Hi, so we're going to be talking about 6 behaviors that will guarantee scare a guy away. So you want to stay tuned for this. Hi, if you don't know who I am, I'm Sindy V King. I'm a creator of Calling My King. I help transform women to create lasting love through Vedic astrology, neuroscience, and transactional analysis so that she becomes the queen of love. We're going to be talking about the 6 behaviors that will guarantee scare a guy off completely. I'm pretty sure that's not what your intentions are, but here are the 6 behaviors that will do that. So let's start off with number 1. Number 1 has to do with neglecting your feminine etiquettes. So that's mean that you're not balanced and you're overcompensating of your feminine side, meaning that you're dominating your feminine, you're over-exaggerating your feminine, and it doesn't come off very like you. You can practice doing the feminine things off your work time. I think it's really important to learn what feminine looks like. It doesn't mean like, oh, dressing like a feminine. Yes, you can look feminine. You're not acting like one. So you're competing, you're competitive. You come off more of the masculine qualities, not so much of the feminine quality. Yes, you can dress like feminine, but you can sound like a feminine, right? But your spoken words are very masculine. It's very competitive. It's not very soothing. It's not very soft. Okay, number 2 is about fishing for a compliment. When I say fishing for a compliment, he's telling you already like, oh, you look really nice to begin it. And then like 10 minutes later, you're like, oh, what do you think about my hair? Like, oh, what do you think about my lip color? That is fishing for compliment. It's really annoying for a guy because he's already given you the compliment as needed. It has to do with your own insecurity. So the last thing that you want to point out your own insecurity when something that you personally need to be working on your own time. So when you guys are together, you're there to have fun. He's not there to be your therapist, and you want to be dealing with any sort of insecurity within your own time. And when it comes to the we time, that's the together, and that's building trust. Number 3 is ideal. You want to stay to the very end to number 6 because that's the icing on the top of it. So number 3 has to do not making an appointment with him talking about your negative feeling. Doesn't matter if you're suppressing your negative feeling. It doesn't matter if you're about to have an outburst with him. You need to make an appointment to address some of your hurt feeling. In my program, we identify the reason why you don't want to suppress your feeling and you want to get the healing that you need to do, and why feelings are non-negotiable as well. I did make a video for that, so definitely you want to watch and review that as well. When you don't get the proper healing, what does it look like? Because you feel out of control. You really do. And is it your fault? No, you might not have the tool and resources. So that's really key, that you want to pull in your masculine, get the resource that you need, and get the support you do. So links is down below to get all that information from there. Here's the thing. When you don't make an appointment with him and you're just interrupting him, and when he's either in his cave, he's trying to relax, or he's trying to please you, and you're about to have an outburst, or you're just mad and you're just really annoyed, the problem is you might not understand what's going on with you. So when you make an appointment, just like any doctor's appointment, they can give your full device attention. If you're going to send off a bunch of emails, nobody's going to really read it per se. And if you're going to send it through text message, that is the worst thing. It sounds so unauthentic. That's something you want to write out with yourself and reflect so you can sleep on it as well, so that you can be rational. I'm absolutely okay with the whole idea within 24 hours of resetting yourself and see if that issue really bothers you to bring it up, or that's something that been going on and for a while, and this is something that you want to have to address this, because this is not the first time. And especially when it comes to boundary, please make an appointment with him. It is so annoying. He doesn't know what's going on, and he wants to be able to make you happy and please you at the end of the day. Healthy man wants to do that for you. Number 4 is the most annoying thing that guys can ever feel like they're in an ATM machine. They are forced to be in a passive aggressive situation. Here's the thing. Not a lot of people talk about this, is contributing towards a relationship. Yes, you might be on date night, and it's nice for a man to pay if they're going to ask them out. And it's absolutely okay for a woman to ask a man out as well. But initially, if you're in a long-term relationship, I think it's so important to contribute towards the relationship. And it could be a fair deal, whatever that might be. Maybe you cook for him for those nights, and then he can take you out another night. The whole idea is contributing. Sometimes if you guys are wanting to split the bill, that is okay. But I want that discussion that happens before you get to the restaurant or before you head out. Because it's so awkward to be in public and you're already having a great time, and all of a sudden it just, you kill the candle light at the very end when it comes to the bill. So contributing towards the relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean paying the bill. It's also figuring out what's their love language too. So whatever they feel love in that way, maybe work towards that. I think that's more important, to find out what is his love language, about what gift and things to buy for them, or things that you can do for them based on their Venus sign, if that's something that you like, and zodiac sign wise. It's so nice to have your partners, especially in a long-term relationship, to know what your partner love and how to please them. At the end of the day, we have to make ourselves happy, right? That's the first thing. And the second thing, when you have somebody in your life, you're already naturally happy to begin with. Number 5 has to break down to controlling. Not a lot of guy likes to be controlled. Not a lot of people likes to be controlled. So it is going to scare the guy away. Especially if he's already working, he already has a boss, he's already feel like being controlled under the corporation or whatever his duty is. But when I say controlling, that means like not allowing him to be with his friends who he want to be friends with. You can give them advice, right? At the end of the day, be a great partner by giving them advice, but it's not your place to tell them who they can and can't be friends with. And that really, when it comes down to control, having a clear boundaries between you two, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And when he says that's not acceptable, I want you also respect his boundaries so that you can feel safe and cherished at the same time and protected. When you respect other people's boundary, guess what? They're more likely wanting to respect your boundary as well. And if they don't understand where the boundary is, make an appointment with him so you have a better understanding, so he knows where you are and where you stand as well. Because sometimes boundaries do get crossed, but what you do afterwards. So I made a video about boundaries as well. I want you to watch that video. Okay, number 6 is the top idea. I saved it for last. The reason why I save it for last is mothering him. When you're a man, you don't want to be mother. There's a reason why either he's moved out of the home and trying to figure out what's out in the world and how he can conquer and compete and show up as a man in this world. The last thing that you do is mothering him. He already has a mother, and he lived with her, and he moved out for a good reason. So don't mother a man, and don't allow yourself to be put into a Wendy situation, because when you mother them, a lot of women complains about, oh, I got a man child, but what about you? What's your situation? Are you a Wendy? Maybe come back and sit back and reflect on that if you are a Wendy. It's so important to let him figure out. Let him to figure out. Doesn't matter how painful it is. Let him figure out. This is his time to reflect on what he can improve. It is not absolutely back to the whole control thing. when we talked about number 5 there, not trying to control him, not trying to manipulate his lifestyle, trying to let him to figure out what is the next step for him. You doing that for him is mothering him, and that is not okay, and he's going to run off to find a woman who is passive, patient, and vulnerable in a situation that he's in. But stand by your man, absolutely. If he's doing things that are immoral, unethical, or illegal, please call a doctor or a lawyer, please. That's not up to you to go and try to be a fixer-upper there. It's not a project for you. All right, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I totally appreciate you being here. Like I said, if there's a will, there's a way. And if you have stories that you have crossed some of these behaviors and you have fixed it and you correct them, great. 6 is a very minimum. I just want to let you know that. There's so many out there. I try to break down in the Q&A that I get online here. Definitely join my VIP member on YouTube here, because it's going to be so beneficial for you to get what are you doing and vice versa as well, and so that you can have a happy and fulfilling life. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Look, if you're serious about being fearless in love and ready to be treated like a queen, links is down below to book a time. I got over 100 videos on YouTube and I post new videos every week. So make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You get notified when new videos goes live. If your friend is actually stuck in love, share and like my video. I do take requests on topics and answer your burning question about your relationship. So just leave a comment down below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.